I'm going to send a letter with just the words, meet me there.
0 clues, and he has to go and find me wherever I am.
What's going on this day today? Wow, we're already recording.
Hi.
Something to give you.
What's this?
There's a letter for you.
Oh gosh, it's Munah here. Did he tell you all to do this? And what's this?
Meet me there.
What? Ah!
Maybe where? Am I supposed to guess it or just her as a person?
Your relationship with her.
Oof. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, this is a reality thingy.
How long have you and Hirzi been best friends? Oh my gosh. You make me drive and I have to do math. Wait, since 2006. So, let's do the math.
About 20 years lah.
Yeah, that's true. Hirzi and I have known each other for about 20 years.
I'm Munah Bagharib. I'm an actress, host, and content creator, and I used to be one half of Munah Hirzi Official. Hirzi is my bestest best friend in the whole world. He is also the other half of Munah Hirzi Official.
Sketchup, it's already Malaya.
I would say that Hirzi and I were definitely the first wave of content creators in Singapore because it wasn't even a thing when we started. I think the first time we ever uploaded something on a YouTube channel was 2006.
I think what I love is that this will bring Hirzi, or even me, you know, to spaces where we have memories together.
I was so worried when I was told Hirzi was going to be the one tasked to find me because I'm like, Hirzi is so sharp, he is so smart. As soon as you tell him, he's gonna be able to figure it out.
Look at that guy, he's standing like this across the road, wondering who am I? And I'm Singapore's pioneering prince of YouTube, and I'm about to meet the pioneering princess of YouTube. When I was tasked to meet her there, I immediately charted our friendship. And so the beginning of Munah Hirzi was obviously the first place we met, and it's Temasek Poly. So we used to film on the trains a lot. The most famous video was a parody of Nicki Minaj's Anaconda.
Munah Hirzi Official became something in 2008. I think what was unique about the content that we were putting out is we were doing things that were, at that point of time, very, very bold.
You exercise, we like to...
At that point in time, dance trends were not popular then in public, and we were pioneering in every sense of the word. I would like to think that people were very entertained by our antics. There were different styles of content that we did. We did pranks on the streets. We did social commentary.
Hirzi, have you seen the new iPhone?
Is it the iPhone 10?
No, iPhone 11.
What does it detect now?
It doesn't detect your face, it detects your race.
What?
And then there were also parodies.
My values and my morals free from yours.
So back in 2006, right, social media was at its infancy stage. At that point, it was just Facebook and YouTube. Facebook was like a personal live sharing, but YouTube was a mass sharing video platform where you didn't have to be professional. You could be mediocre, but at the same time, you could be someone.
A big part of the Munah Hirzi brand was also my friendship with Hirzi and just our chemistry.
So at our prime, the subscribers grew up to, I believe, 140,000-ish.
It was definitely a lot for the time.
Aya, is that Chui Chui? Wait. Oh my god, this really feels like Poly again. I'm always late in Poly, you know. Uncle, don't go!
That was the worst prank that I fell into. At first, I thought that we were going to have an interview by the poolside and then we were going to talk about projects. So when I saw the letter, it said meet me there. It was so cryptic and I think I immediately knew that, you know, this was not going to be the usual interview.
I just love the idea that I'm pranking him. That was really fun to do. He has to come and find me wherever I am. So I've been married to my husband Peng Beng for 28 years already. We met in an office, but shortly after getting married, we decided to start our own practice. We both started an architectural practice together. Yeah, so we're a team. We actually design buildings and spaces for others.
Along the way, we had gathered quite a few President's Design Award for our projects, and Pinnacle Duxton won one of these projects. We had another one which was called the Tembusu Residences.
Because we were working together, we were traveling together, we had our family together. Of course, there were many places that will hold memories for us. I'm really curious where Peng Beng might go looking for me.
So I think, okay, I'm gonna head to Arabica in Holland Village. It's quite quiet there, so you know, normally we would just go there to chill. Because normally I'll just drive there, but can I drive there?
She took the car, I'm sorry.
Oh goodness, this is so tricky. First of all, I'm not even sure she's there, right? So I'm just gonna guess. Okay, let's take the bus. I really hope she's there. If she's not there, I've got to run around town. What is this? This woman doesn't give me clues.
I'm gonna look for a bus. 92. I don't even have the app that tells me when the bus is coming. So, oh my goodness! Does it mean we have to run? Let's run, guys! Oh, this is gonna make me sweat even more.
This is an adventure. I love adventures.
Aya, is that Chui Chui? Uncle, don't go! Oh my god. We're just stopping the bus. But crew, how was the morning workout? So every morning class, I'll always be late. And Munah will always try to buy me time by saying, oh, he's here, he's just in the bathroom. Never early, very rarely on time, but most times protected by my friend.
So the place I have chosen definitely holds a lot of meaning for the both of us. I want him to go a little deeper into our journey, think a bit harder, and I know he will find it. If he doesn't, then that's it, we're done.
Wow, oh my god. This is so nostalgic. She's either at the Bispark Canteen or the amphitheater where we're always filming our videos. Have you all seen Munah Bagharib? Is Munah Bagharib here? Really? She's not here? Oh man. Okay, let's go to the final suspect. Why don't I see her? This is the general spot we would film, or there. I don't see her there. I suspect the last spot is the amphitheater right around there. I'm pretty confident she's here. And if she's not here, I don't know my best friend anymore and we should cut ties. Huh? Wait, she's not here? Oh my god, this is so disappointing. Wow, I don't know where she is anymore. Munah Bagharib, are you in the house? Munah! I don't know her anymore. I'm gonna unfollow her on Instagram right now.
So this is the Chipby Gardens area. Yeah, it just used to be where the British Army put up their personnel. The love affair with Holland Village has been as long as our marriage. Okay, Arabica should be around the corner. Okay, hello. Hey, did you see Belinda? No! Are you very sure? She would have left a note for you to tell me. Oh no!
Who's my friend? She knows me by name. As in, we go there so often. Well, he went to Arabica because that is our go-to cafe these days, and we love the coffee there. So I'm quite sure he's gonna pick it. It's an easy one. We're not gonna make it easy for him.
Maybe I'll get a coffee first so that I can chill for a little while to just figure out where she is. Okay.
When I was approached to do the Meet Me There production, it just made me sort of dig out my memories of whatever we did together and wherever we went before we got married. It's sort of like honoring what happened, gave me a chance to revisit those memories. And I think Peng Beng is the other way around. He's trying to remember what is significant in the current and in the present.
We come very often because it's on the way home as well. Sometimes we'll design here, sometimes we'll talk about the challenges that we have to go through, about our own personal journey and discovery, all this stuff lah. Nice. Something that over coffee.
Arabica, it's actually really near the first place that we stayed in. So he had rented a room nearby in one of those houses down the road. I have here in front of me some photos of our wedding day itself at that Jalan Rumia house. The proposal. I remember we were sitting in the living room. We were watching this movie by Steven Seagal. And it was during the movie when I just said, we shouldn't need to wait so long, right? I didn't even say to get married or not. He went, okay. And he's gonna disagree with this story, by the way. Then he dashed upstairs and called his mom to see if it was okay.
So obviously her story will be different from mine. I think we were, at that time, we had already started dating for two months, but we had known each other for 2 years. So actually, on the first date already, I was quite sure that I was going to marry this woman. We were watching a movie, like a Steven Seagal movie. So instead of on my knees kind of proposal, I was like, okay, let me check whether the conditions are aligned. So I had to call my mom. Okay, mom, check the almanac. But there's nowhere to hang out there though, so I doubt she'll be there now. I'm quite sure she's around here somewhere.
Where is he gonna find me here?
I've got to think emotionally. She's always about responding to her emotional connections. What is significant in our life? Getting married, having children, starting our office. These are all very significant places.
What is he thinking?
Wait, she's not here. Oh my god, this is so disappointing. Wow, I don't know where she is anymore. Munah Bagharib, are you in the house? Munah! Where is this girl? I don't know her anymore. I'm gonna unfollow her on Instagram right now. This is so not us.
I knew it. Oh, thank God we're not there.
I was so sure that Temasek Poly would be his first stop because that is where we met.
So I first met Munah at the orientation camp, and then once we met each other, the announcement came and said, okay, whoever you're with right now is your partner for the day. Now we're a partner for life.
So Hirzi and I were from Communications and Media Management from Temasek Poly, and as part of our school curriculum, we also were tasked to produce videos. And that's where everything started. Even the ideation of putting videos up online was at Temasek Poly.
My first impression of Munah, she was pretty soft-spoken and was a very fun-spirited person. And I believe she had a crush on me.
I did not have a crush on you, Hirzi.
Yeah.
My first impression of Hirzi was that he was cute, but I wouldn't say I had a crush. Not on national TV, at least.
Ah! Oh my god.
I love how irritated he is. He picked out exactly the amphitheatre, which was where I initially wanted to wait at. We shot a lot of videos there.
You know, this is so random, but you know who I really want to thank tonight?
It was just like, yeah, our own little hangout spot. And no one else would be there, really. It was very, very special for the both of us. I didn't go there because it would be too obvious. I mean, see? Case in point, right? Like, he went there straight and then we wouldn't have a show.
So this general area right by the steps was where we would film anything and everything. YouTube was just starting. It had just launched in like 2005, 2006. So back then we would used to binge in between classes.
We knew there were YouTube channels that were producing content, but it was all from the West. So there wasn't anything locally. At that point of time, we uploaded assignments on YouTube just because it's somewhere to host our videos. Very practical.
We had our own channel called 2.1 Productions because that was where I first met her in semester 2.1. And then eventually we shifted it to Munah Hirzi Official when we graduated.
Oh my god, this is like the epic day.
And we were outrageous. The things we used to do, we would crash lecture theatres in campuses that were not even ours.
We were already doing like just out of the ordinary things back in TP. So we thought, why don't we just bring it to the streets and dare each other to do crazy things?
We would walk around Orchard screaming and dancing. The first video took off and everybody kept going like, who are these two wild kids that made Singapore feel different? I think what was successful with Munah Hirzi was that people thought we were such a breath of fresh air. When people were still consuming TV, they could finally have something online that was Singaporean in landscape, but outrageous and never before seen.
The goal really was to just make videos that were fun for us. We didn't really understand how far it would go, you know, yeah.
So this back gate that leads us to the reservoir connects to the amphitheatre area of Temasek Poly. So there's a car park that we sat at on the last school day. And it was an emotional last school day because I thought I was saying goodbye to her forever. And then we realized, no, maybe it's not the end. And that was the spot where we sort of signed a verbal contract to a YouTube channel. If she goes to this spot, then not bad. Her memory, not bad.
We are going to the Church of St. Ignatius. So we're going to head uphill here, a church on a little hill. quite confident because I can always find her, even in the crowd. I would kind of have a sixth sense, like where to get her. Check and see whether Belinda is in front of the altar waiting for me. She did say meet me there, so seems very quiet. She might be hiding. Belinda, are you here? Oh no, she's not here. Yeah, it's a very special place for us because we got married here.
If there is any kind of disappointment, is the fact that he is really, really wanting to find me. Not so much that I didn't choose the church, but the fact that, he just wants to reconnect. Church of St. Ignatius is really like a second home. I grew up there, and after marriage, our kids came, they made their friends there, our friends are there.
Ayo, okay, so now I'm thinking again. There are so many of our sort of spaces of connection and memory. So the next one is
Look! He's being naughty. He's doing a Find My Phone. Can you get them to stop it? Naughty, naughty.
cheating testing out whatever means I could, and if I don't get it, I don't get it. But if I do get it, it's also kind of like poking fun at her.
And I turned off the location so he couldn't find it.
This is the Mount Emily neighborhood where we started our home and had our first baby here. We love it here because this is a very nice, quiet enclave and super near to Orchard Road. We could walk to Plaza Singapura across the hill. I'm hoping that I can meet Belinda here around the corner. Ah!
Oh no! Oh, it's all under construction.
This unit here is where we used to live, and we also started Arc Studio, our architectural practice here. But it looks like Belinda is not here.
He's getting desperate. That place holds a lot of memories. Although we got married and we stayed in Jalan Rumia first, this was really what I consider our first home. And it is also a place that my late father bought, and he had let us stay there and do it up the way we want to do. So maybe it was just those memories coming in. Singapore is a small country. We understand that there's a necessity to constantly renew and change, but we also feel very strongly for some of the buildings that need to not be torn down.
That room there on the top floor, that's where we designed the Pinnacle at Duxton, and that's where we won the competition, beating architects from all over the world, architects from Japan, from United States, Europe, everywhere, literally everywhere. It was Singapore's first architectural design competition for public housing that calls for high-rise, high-density living.
And it's also the first in the world for a 50-story public housing project as well.
They were not just getting ideas, they were selecting architects to actually design and then go through the construction. So it was a very serious competition.
And we actually won the project, the Pinnacles at Duxton. That was the project that spun us from $3 million project into a $300 million project practically overnight, and we were a practice of 5%. It's a huge leap forward for us.
The challenges were immense. I think so immense that we had forgotten to have a second baby, you know. So the second baby came 6 years after the first one. So we were like, ayo.
Yes, Pinnacle is always on the list. But we've been there so many times. I thought that he might go, oh, because this is like a clear answer, he may not choose it, so I don't know.
At Bedok Reservoir, there's a car park that we sat at on the last school day, and that was the spot where we sort of signed a verbal contract to a YouTube channel. If she goes here, that would be too poetic. It is this car park, isn't it? Oh man, she's not here. See, I knew it was too poetic for her.
I feel like he just doesn't want to go anywhere else but that area. Move away, Hirzi.
I knew he would venture out to Bedok Reservoir because that was where we also sometimes hang out and we would have like heart-to-heart conversations there.
I want to say we've had probably 2 hard conversations in our entire friendship. The first one was here.
We were parked in my car when we had the conversation on the last day of school about how we potentially might not have time for each other anymore. I guess in some ways we thought maybe the channel would help us hold on to the friendship. And if I think back now, I think it did.
The last hard conversation we've had was actually in Japan. This was the first time she found out that her mum had dementia. And we were on a work trip. I remembered how she received that news. It was hard because the next day I had to fly off as well, so I couldn't be a friend throughout that.
For what it's worth, he was a really good friend to me. Like, he stayed in my room up till he had to leave for the flight. And that's really like all I needed. I think I just needed company.
And she's always been the braver one among the two of us. Just watching her caretake for her mum the last few years have been very inspiring. And I think that's why I've been very patient with the state of our friendship, which is so poetic that we're here, right? Because this was where I felt like, I might not have the same friendship again. And then since her mum's diagnosis, she kept needing to be more and more with the family, and I respected that boundary. But I also felt like, oh man, the friendship is now maturing. So now we don't get to be that kid self anymore.
Oh no. It's okay, I cried already, Hirzi. You can cry too.
So I am so thankful that, the bulk of my 20s, we were running this channel together. And at the same time, Hirzi and I were also sort of discovering our place in the media industry.
Right now, I'm exhausted. My body's crashing out, and I've failed all my assumptions of Munah. My suspicion is, I guess she's at Hong Lim Park. I'm really banking that this is it. Hong Lim Park. This was where we were the first Malay Muslim Pink Dot ambassadors.
Wow, I'm really walking so much. It says here 9,358 steps already, and I still haven't found Belinda. She's really making me work for this.
He's gonna be so tired after today.
My knees are killing me. Belinda, you didn't leave clues, mini clues. Emotional clues are very difficult to find.
Poor thing, limping already.
That's the Pinnacle at Duxton, huge building. Our biggest creation of today. A lot of people want assurance of big companies and big organizations to execute big projects. But in this project, we demonstrated that young and small outfits with great creativity and great ideas could deliver. Even in this project, I don't even know where Belinda is. Now I'm just gonna have to feel through this. She might be at the best lookout point that we have created.
It's not unanticipated one, but it's like, TikTok, I want you to find me now.
I think she's gonna like this, just get the Kui Among look like. This would have to replace our usual Kui Among. This is gonna be for Belinda, and we have her favorite snack over here. So let's hope that I can find her.
Oh no, he bought something!
I'm quite confident she's here, and I can picture her up there somewhere right now. And I'm feeling that she might be on that longest bridge in the world between two buildings. And actually from there, you can see the whole city. When she sees this coffee and all this is going to so surprise her, and she's going to be very happy. Check out the view, it's amazing. I think, you know, it's nice to spend the whole day here waiting for me. That's not bad. Okay, let's go. Belinda! Yoo!
Just trying my luck, because this is quite a significant spot. Huh? She's not here.
Done. Poor thing. Oh no!
We are at Hong Lim Park, which marked the midpoint of our 10-year tenure on YouTube. This was where we were the first Malay Muslim Pink Dot ambassadors.
Oh, we were peak Munah Hirzi by 21.5. By 21.5, Munah Hirzi were on theatres, on TV, on movies. We were getting brand deals.
Both Hirzi and I have also been established as, you know, I guess, personalities in the industry. So this was the point of time where we realized even more that, you know, we can stand up for issues that are close to our heart, like Pink Dot.
The Pink Dot committee propositioned us as being an ambassador for 2015.
And that day when we were supposed to report to Pink Dot, after 1 month of just heavy bombardment from conservatives within the Malay Muslim community and our personal family lives as well, and Munah had come up to me and shared with me that it might be impossible for her to endorse her appearance on that day. So I told her, you do what you need to do, and I will sort it out on the day itself.
Unfortunately, Munah won't be able to join us physically tonight, but she's with us in spirit, so let's cheer for Munah first.
I wasn't able to because my dad was not aligned with, you know, me appearing at Pink Dot. We went through very difficult conversations, but I feel like at the end of the day, and I wanted to respect him, so I had that conversation with Hirzi, and he of course understood because he's also very close to my family.
And I remember her breaking down in front of me. I think her tears came from the fact that she felt like she was betraying me. But the truth was, I knew the nuance of how difficult what we were doing or attempting to do. So I wasn't mad at her. The truth was, while I did my speech, Munah had always been inside the room with me. She just couldn't physically endorse her face. And she wanted to be there in spirit so bad. And that was enough.
That moment, I was always proud of him, for him to like stand there and speak to this massive event. I always thought like Hirzi, between the two of us, he was the braver one.
Girl, where are you? You're not proud of this chapter, man. Why did you choose any other spot? What was more important than the first day we met and the most hardest thing we had to do?
Come on, Hirzi!
I guarantee you, wherever you choose. If it's not important, I'm going to unfollow you on Instagram, block you on WhatsApp, and delete all your emails.
Delete my emails.
I've one last spot. And this next spot that I'm going to choose has a precursor to why we are at Hong Lim Park right now.
Okay, so this is Scape. I chose Scape to be the place where Hirzi meets me. So much has changed about Scape, but the hardcore is still here. We were here for YouTube Fan Fest. That was really a big moment for both of us and for our channel because we completely found a deeper meaning to why we do what we do. Until then, we never actually met the people who watch us. But as soon as we sat down with them, these kids opened up about very personal stories, personal experiences, and were asking us for advice. And we thought, wow, okay, I guess there is so much more to what we do. It's comedy, yeah, but I guess we were also building a community. That's when I turned to Hirzi and we both like, yeah, I think, you know, we need to do more with the platform that we have and to build more meaningful content. Being here, I'm just reminded of how we shot so many videos here. We did so many rehearsals. This was where the magic happened. It's basically me and Hirzi always like sitting down here, like with our laptop, conceptualizing some of our videos. We're coming up with like skit ideas and we're also rehearsing our dance moves and no one would chase us out. It really was a space to create. Oh my god, my heart is beating so fast. This is so exciting.
Please let her be there.
I'm seriously ready to throw the towel. If she's not there,
Belinda! You! No! She's not here! If she's not here, she has not thought about drama of a finale. This is the perfect finale for us! Belinda!
I felt so bad because this is like, oh yes, I'm gonna see her and I'm gonna make her happy, I'm gonna buy her this, and I'm not there.
Okay, I really thought that she's gonna be here. She's trying to make me dig deeper.
She's really challenging and wanting to know whether I could see from her point of view. At that time, I felt like if this was not the place, then where else can she be?
Oh, he looks so lonely. Yeah, I think that was probably the lowest point of the Meet Me There production.
Time was running out and it was getting dark. I didn't also want to end the day not finding her.
I saw his emotion dip. Oh no, maybe I should end this. I think that's when I told the producers, please bring him to me.
Production team was very kind and generous, so they kept asking me to think about what she would find meaningful, and that I was not far.
So I chose Madam Wong's, hoping that Peng Beng will find me eventually, but with a bit of difficulty.
We're walking along Mohammed Sultan Road. Oh, we're coming up to the club now. What used to be Madam Wong's. I think this is it. It was such a hit club in the 90s and the long queues just to get in. This is the place where Peng Beng brought me when I was about to give birth in 2 months for our first child. I just had that urge to go dancing. I think he was a bit worried, you know, it's really crowded. What if somebody bumps into you? And then I'm like, no, let's just try it. So we did, we queued up, got in, and then I found that, hey, wait, there's so much space. It's not that bad. And then when I really looked closely, it's because everybody was so scared to be near me because I was so pregnant. So I like 1 meter space around me. But yeah, so this is Madam Wong's. It signifies there's that fun adventure piece in our relationship. He loves me enough to do what I want to do and make sure I'm fine while I'm doing it.
Time to check whether Mohammed Sultan is the place to go. The other place might be Labrador Park. That's also on our first date. This is really wrecking me.
This is my last important spot. This spot is Escape. Please let her be here. Oh my god, she's not here.
Oh my god, my heart is beating so fast. This is so exciting.
Have you seen Munah? She's not here at all.
Oh my god, I don't know if he can see me because I can see him in the reflection.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What? I am so mad. Don't hug me. No, I'm sweaty. I'm smelly. I'm trying for everywhere. From Mediacorp to Tampines.
Exactly.
Why did she choose that? She never explained to me.
That place was very significant because we had a lot of dance rehearsals there. Hirzi, how can you not remember?
Yeah, we rehearsed this spot 2 times. We rehearsed this spot. I was just very aggravated that it had to be a random spot. You know what, to be fair, I did know my best friend. I knew she was going to be very random.
The thing is, when we first spoke about this and wanted to get you on, I said you are damn sharp.
To be fair, if we mapped out our friendship, I hit all the highlights.
You did, yeah.
You know what was fun for me? Was throughout the day, I got random brain fart moments of our friendship.
Yeah,
What
I
about
know.
you? Did you enjoy watching me?
Yes, I enjoyed very much watching you get frustrated.
I guess the rewarding thing was really understanding our connection with each other.
Yeah, it was emotional to just think back of the very, very significant times in detail.
Before that production date, we have not met for like a long time already. And so nowadays when we meet, it is always productions that give us an excuse to meet again. It felt like, oh my god, my friend again, pushing 40 now. And it was nice, it was sentimental.
I realized throughout that 20 years, I never had a point where I stood out of life and assessed the journey of Munah Hirzi Official. I feel like having Hirzi in my life and having Munah Hirzi Official really pushed me to believe in my abilities and what I could do.
The sun is setting. I hope the next destination would be where I find her. It's been a long day for her as well, just waiting. Sometimes waiting might be harder than being on the move. At the beginning of the day, I felt really confident that somehow I'll be able to find her. But just now at the Pinnacle Duxton, I thought maybe it was me wanting it to be there rather than she wanting it to be there.
I was feeling that desire to reunite with him as well.
This place has changed quite a bit, although they preserve a lot of it, but we see new buildings going up everywhere, especially around the Robertson Quay area. I see Belinda! Yay!
You found me! You finally made it! We went everywhere. Why?
What do you think Belinda chose this place of all the places?
Yeah, why was it significant for me?
To dance, I think you love dancing at the time. She would be clubbing a lot.
Oh.
You lie.
Because you're game for anything. And you won't deny me of my fun.
I remember that moment. We were like dancing and she was very advanced in her pregnancy. And as we were dancing, I was like carrying the baby from behind as well, which I was like very happy to do. I felt like, oh, I'm also carrying the baby. We were expecting our first child and still dancing and celebrating. I think this is a moment that I really cherish, you know.
I really feel like going dancing. And for him to, all right, let's go. Let's do it. It represents really how much freedom he gives me. He just decides I'm just gonna go with her and I'm gonna take care of her. It'll be fine. And it's about really loving me.
I think the whole journey was really nice though, because I was guided by my memory.
It was the memories that made the place special.
Yeah, and the connection.